for good.
Greg Bakken here. Like you, I love good, fresh, delicious food. So I want to tell you about this treasure in Roseville called Maverick's Real Roast Beef. Maverick's has the best roast beef sandwiches I've ever had. Made fresh every order. Add fries or onion rings dropped in the fryer when ordered, and you have a winning combination. Maverick's Real Roast Beef has a lot more than roast beef, so check out their website, mavericksbeef.com, or check out their restaurant on Lexington in Roseville. Greg Bakken here. 'Tis the season. Instead of cramming into the family car to hunt for holiday lights, let Minneapolis Trolley Tours do the driving. Join us for the enchanting Merry and Bright Christmas Light Tour, where we glide through a winter wonderland filled with twinkling lights, festive decor, and plenty of holiday cheer. This uplifting experience wraps you into the holiday magic from the comfort of a cozy, festively decorated, climate-controlled trolley. You'll enjoy dazzling light displays, scenic routes only our trolleys can access, and live narration, never pre-recorded, that brings the sights to life. There are multiple photo stops perfect for holiday cards and memory making with family and friends. Before or after the tour, browse the holiday market inside the historic Pillsbury Club, featuring handcrafted gifts, artisan goods, and locally made treasures. The perfect place to find something special for everyone on your list. Tours depart from the Pillsbury Club. Visit MinneapolisTrolleyTours.com for tickets.
With your AM 950 weather, I'm Patrick Lilia. Tonight, cloudy with a low of 20, then Wednesday, cloudy with a high of 36. Keeping progressive voices on the air here at AM 950 is not easy, and we can't do it without your support. Please, if you can, go to am950radio.com and make a donation to support our work. As a thank you, you'll get our 6th annual AM 950 calendar. That's am950radio.com.
Portions of the following program may be pre-recorded.
The views expressed and the opinions given by the individual host, guest, random reptoid, or chupacabra may not necessarily reflect those of AM 950 Radio, its affiliates, or its sponsors. Now, it's time to step into the unknown. There are things people experience but never talk about. A shadow moving in the corner, flickering of the lights, a disembodied voice. We invite you to talk with us. Share your story, share your experience, because this isn't just your story, this is our story. This is Ghostbox Radio with Greg Bakken.
And this is Ghostbox Radio on AM 950, where every night we talk about the paranormal, ufology, Bigfoot, and so much more. My name is Greg Bakken. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. We are going to get right to it because we have this sort of annual thing going on here that has been really interesting, actually. And, we only did it, I think, last year, the first time, but doing it this year makes it an annual thing. So I'm okay by saying that. What we did last December is that we had our special guest, Moon Girl, Mistress of the Paranormal. She was on. She's been on the show many times before. It's always so much fun and so educational, actually, in a lot of ways, to have her on and talking through everything that she knows. And she does these wonderful predictions. And tonight, we're going to be talking about predictions for 2026 on a lot of different levels. And it's going to be great. One of the things, Moon Girl has social media everywhere. I've been looking at her Facebook. I've been looking at her Instagram, and that's just type in Moon Girl, Mistress of the Paranormal. You will find her. We'll talk about other places you can reach her as well, but we're going to get started with it tonight because you're going to see that she has such a wealth of knowledge in so many different areas that it's going to be very it's going to be a very fast moving program, and we're not going to get through everything. So you're going to want to follow her if you don't already, so that you can get the rest of the predictions as well. You know, it's so exciting. Moon Girl, welcome to Ghostbox Radio. How are you doing tonight?
Hi, thank you. Super excited to be here. I love coming on your show, of course.
Good. I'm happy to have you here. I want to start because you came on in 2025 December, and you had some very strong predictions, and I remember very correctly. And it was always interesting because either you would reach out to me or I would reach out to you when something would hit that you had predicted. And I think
Yeah.
the one in particular, a couple things. First of all, there was a lot of stuff that happened in Ohio this year that was that you had predicted, and Ohio was at the center of a couple things. If I'm not mistaken, more in the lines of like sort of natural occurrences, weather, that sort of thing. Wasn't there even like an earthquake out there?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah,
I
it
believe
was.
like yeah,
It was just like okay, because
random.
when you said it was random, and when you said, "Oh, there's Ohio, there's going to be a lot to happen to Ohio," I'm just like, "Oh my gosh!" People pick states that a lot of people know about, like California stuff, and you're like, you're all about Ohio, and I'm like, yeah, well, we'll see, and there we are. And also, sadly, a lot of stuff with airlines in the first part of
Yes.
2025. I remember that very vividly.
Yeah. I was very scared to fly
Yeah, no,
this year.
absolutely, absolutely, and it was really something that now, I'm gonna wait on this other one because I think I'm trying to remember if number one you said it at all, or secondly if it was for 2025 or 2026. Um, you've been sending me stuff over the last couple months, which you've been picking up. How far, like, do you sit down and you're just like, I want to start thinking about what's happening in 2026, or does it come to you, it just shows up, the information is there, and you're like, okay, now I know that this is something that is going to happen in 2026.
Usually it just comes to me, but obviously if I'm going to be on a show like yours or, if I'm going to write something, I'll sit there and try to, really try to get that energy and have it ready for us.
Yeah, no, well, this is really good. And so once again, we're going to be doing some well, we you are going to be doing some 2026 predictions here. And I'm trying to think where's a good place to start. One of the things that I want to kind of mention, and I don't know if this falls into numerology or not. I always feel like that I have a better year when the year is an even number. Is that, I mean, is that numerology? Is that just something in my mind, like my own little thing I'm coming up with? I mean, do you ever hear people like even numbers are better for me, odd numbers are better for me, or whatever?
Yeah, but it all depends on your personal numbers. So yes, there's definitely a possibility, I have to look at your numbers, that the reason why you have a better year in, those numbers versus when they're in odd numbers.
Sure. So why don't we start with 2026 and talk about the numerology that's involved with the number 2026?
Well, 2026 is going to be a universal one number. So 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 6 equals 10. We break that into a 1. So last year was a year 9. So that was kind of completions. 10 is endings. But again, we're breaking it down to a 1. 1 is new beginnings. This is a year to take action. This is creativity. This is just a year to just start, period. But with the good comes the bad. That number can also represent aggression, masculinity, those type of things. Stubbornness is a big one. And especially since we're going to enter also the year of the fire horse, horses being kind of stubborn too, horse signs.
Mhm.
And this is kind of a rare combination for a horse sign. It happens only 60 years, every 60 years.
Okay. Wow. That's it's amazing. I mean, and the funny thing is, in the grand scheme of thing, that's a short amount of time, but to us mere humans, it's a great deal of
Yeah.
time. It's really really something. Now you said the year we're going into. What year? What were we leaving? We were the year of the.
We were 2025 is the year of the snake.
Okay.
February February, which is the enemy sign of the pig. So anyone born in the under the sign of the pig year, you probably did not have the best year. There could have been, challenges, trials and tribulations, or just not having the best, luck this year. Snakes, I expected them to have a great year. Of course, no year is perfect, but they were definitely the luckiest sign of the zodiac in Chinese astrology. Now, come February 17, 2026, we will be entering the fire horse year. Okay, so anyone born under the horse sign, they don't necessarily have to be a fire horse. This is going to be your year. This is the year you go hard. This is the year that if you want to start a family, go for it. If you want to get married, go for it. You want to have children, go for it. You want to change your job, career, do it. You want to purchase large things like property or vehicles, this would be the time to do it. If you are someone who's in the entertainment business and you have been working on a project, this is a year to put it out. If you want to invest in something, again, this would be the year to do it, except if it's like Bitcoin and those type of things, because they were founded in the rat year, so that would not be good for you to do it this year.
Yet people still do. Isn't
well,
that? Yeah,
I would pull that money out if I were you guys. I'm just saying.
Right, right. And what you had mentioned to me prior to the start of the show was that this year being the year of the snake is slow moving, going into the the fiery horse. That's a huge. I mean, horses are fast.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
this
pretty,
year.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think we cut off a little bit. Well, this year was a little bit stagnant because we were in the year of the snake. So that's like slow moving energy. Expect this coming year, 2026, to be fast movement because, again, horses are rather fast. So the pace will pick up.
Yeah. And you used the word reset, right? Global reset.
Yes. It's going to be, again, a universal 1 year. So view this as a global reset, new beginnings.
That's pretty cool. I mean, and that's I think that that's always the fun stuff to hear. A lot of people, when you get into a new year, it's like that's a time to make a change. This is like you're hearing it firsthand that this really is a time, but that sort of energy doesn't start till what did you say, February 17th or something like that?
Yes, February 17, 2026 is when we will officially enter the year of the fire horse.
That is cool. I love that.
So,
yeah, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. So snakes, it's still your year right now. One last go of good luck. If there's something you want to do it now. And pigs, expect that big weight off your shoulders being lifted finally. Okay, you're going to be able to breathe. And as far as the rats, anyone born in the rat year, unfortunately, this is your enemy sign. So I expect them to have, the majority of rat signs have challenges 2026.
How do you know if you're a rat, a pig, a snake? I mean, I think I know who are snakes and rats, but I mean, I don't think we're talking the same. I don't think we're talking the same thing over here. But I mean, because I mean, I'm sure people like they may not know that this was, unless they listened to our show last year.
Right?
They may not know that like what a snake is, or if they're like, "Ooh, am I a fire horse?" How can they find that information out?
Well, we go by, this is Chinese zodiacs, Chinese astrology. So we're going to go by the year. With Western astrology, we go by like the month and the date. We can also, if you want to find your element, we will go by, the month, the date, and the year. But for simple, just, for starters, anyone who's trying to start this, just go by your year. And you can look it up and see, hey, I was born in 1985. So I guess that would make you an ox. You're born in so-and-so, this is your sign.
Okay.
And every sign has, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Every sign has 2 friends and 1 enemy. So whenever it's your sign year, which it's every 12 years, that's the year where, you have good luck, and your friends, those two other signs, will do fairly well that year as well. Unfortunately, when it's your enemy, we are in your enemy sign, your enemy year, that's the time that you should definitely not do anything that's risky. I would not get married. I definitely would not have children in my enemy sign. Invest, put projects out, buy large objects, purchases. I'm sorry. I would not have any type of surgery if possible. Again, I'm not a doctor, this is spiritual advice, but I mean, any type of surgery or cosmetic surgery, unless it's an emergency, right? But it would be a little bit risky. So these are things that I would I would not do.
We need to take out your appendix. Well, Moon Girl said I shouldn't have any surgery.
No. Oh my God, no. I mean, some people, if you can wait, obviously it's not an emergency, I would, because there could be, some issues.
It's always about common sense, isn't it? I mean, that's kind of the thing. Now, I looked this up, and I don't know how accurate this is, but so Fire Horse and the Chinese Zodiac starting February 17th, as you said. Let's see, for those born in previous horse years like 1990, 2002, 2014. I don't know if I'm just making up stuff over here. See, now I'm making you scramble. Now I'm making you scramble.
I sent it to you. So let me see. 2026, 2014, 2002, 1990, 1978, 1966, 1954, 1942. Those will be the years of the horse. So last time it was the year of the horse, it was 1966. So a lot of people's parents are going to be, it's going to be their year this year.
It's incredible.
Their good year.
Now, Dan says he's born in 1965. He says, I think I'm a snake. Well, is Greg my friend?
I don't know what sign Greg is.
You do know what sign I am. I can't believe you just said that. I'm your sign.
Well, no, but we're talking, that's Western astrology, Aquarius. We're talking about Eastern. So Eastern is a little bit different. So 1965, you are he is a snake.
I could have told you that. I know. Let's see. So Eastern astrology, born 1974. Let's see here. Well, I'm a tiger. Wow.
Yes, you're a tiger. This is why you're feisty. But I have some bad news for you, though. 2028 will be the tiger's enemy year. So get prepared. But if it makes you feel better, I'm an ox. So 2027, I'm pretty screwed. Then I guess tiger it after that.
Right, exactly. And the one question I was going to ask, and you totally answered, was, you said every 12 years it cycles through, right? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, everybody's going to get hit. Everyone's going to get that 12-year where it's your enemy year, and everyone's going to get that 12-year cycle when it's your year. So, I mean, when it's your year, again, this is a time to go after your dreams, your goals, especially if you are in the entertainment business, put your projects out there. This is a time to do, anything you really want to set your mind to do. But when it is your enemy year, please take precaution, especially with your health.
Yeah, no, that's a very good point. Why don't we go ahead and do this? I need to get a break in here. We are doing, Moon Girl is doing 2026 predictions. We are not doing it. She is doing it. When we come back, I want to talk about the predictions on a global level, as well as keep this conversation going. Folks, don't go anywhere. This is a great program. You're listening to Ghost Box Radio on AM 950. Greg Bakken here. 'Tis the season. Instead of cramming into the family car to hunt for holiday lights, let Minneapolis Trolley Tours do the driving. Join us for the enchanting Merry and Bright Christmas Light Tour, where we glide through a winter wonderland filled with twinkling lights, festive decor, and plenty of holiday cheer. This uplifting experience wraps you into the holiday magic from the comfort of a cozy, festively decorated, climate-controlled trolley. You'll enjoy dazzling light displays, scenic routes only our trolleys can access, and live narration, never pre-recorded, that brings the sights to life. There are multiple photo stops perfect for holiday cards and memory making with the family and friends. Before or after the tour, browse the holiday market inside the historic Pillsbury Club, featuring handcrafted gifts, artisan goods, and locally made treasures. The perfect place to find something special for everyone on your list. Tours depart from the Pillsbury Club. Visit MinneapolisTrolleyTours.com for tickets. Have you ever met someone who not only can help you on a deep spiritual level, but also potentially change your life? Refined Divine is an extremely gifted psychic medium who travels the nation and lives right here in the Midwest. And she offers mediumship, mentorship, house and business parties, energy healing, palm readings, and so much more. Refined Divine has helped thousands, and she can help you.
Hi, this is Psychic Medium Deb. I cannot wait to hear from you. You can go to refinedivinepsychic.com.
Greg Bakken here. I've told you about the out-of-the-world roast beef sandwiches at Maverick's Real Roast Beef, but I haven't told you about their Philly steak sandwiches, turkey bacon avocado sandwich, BLT, crispy chicken, fish sandwiches, brisket, or pulled pork. Okay, you get the idea. They make a lot of delicious food to the same standard as their famous roast beef sandwiches, and now I'm starving. I'm going to go to Maverick's Real Roast Beef off Lexington and Roseville, and you need to go too. Check out their menu at mavericksbeef.com. Greg Bakken here. It's nice to get out of the Twin Cities and take some travel excursion to some great locations. Minnesota has so much to offer, which is why I love traveling down to Wabasha and staying at the historic Anderson House Hotel. Opened in 1856, this beautiful hotel offers comfortable accommodations, has a delicious restaurant, and even a speakeasy in the basement to unwind with a drink. Located next to the Mississippi River and on Main Street, there is a lot of sightseeing and shopping to do too. To get more information, go to theandersonhousehotel.com. And speaking of the Anderson House Hotel, you got to come out and join us on January 10th. There we're going to be taking part, me being part of the we, over at the Anderson House Hotel in Wabasha, Minnesota. It's the annual Para Fair that's going on there. It's going to be a lot of fun. Going to be a lot of vendors, a lot of paranormal teams. We will be doing a show there live on Friday night, and it's always a lot of fun. A lot of people to meet. It costs just $5 to get in, and we've been talking about this quite a bit about the whole haunt local. Supporting the local establishments around. This is a great way to do so. They put together quite the get-together for that. So you want to come out there. I'll be talking about this more as we get closer to this. But once again, save the date for January 10th. Take a drive down to Wabasha, or if you're nearby, it's not too far. It's a fantastic location, and you get to meet a lot of people with like-mindedness for paranormal and other things. We are talking with the Moon Girl, Mistress of the Paranormal, as we are talking about the 2026 predictions. Moon Girl, I had mentioned that you are available to be followed on Instagram as well as Facebook. Where else can folks find you?
You guys can find me on YouTube. You can find me on where else? The Clapper. TikTok.
There's always that one. There's always that one that's like some sort of FCC violation waiting there. I never heard anyone else use that. Okay, so the Clapper. Okay, YouTube.
Truth be told, I'm not too crazy about social media. I just kind of use it because we kind of have to. But I'm there.
Right. Well, it gets to the point that it gets too. I mean, is there any predictions about that just falling apart someday? I mean, honest to God.
That'd be good. Actually, I would actually be happy if that.
Right.
Did.
I mean, it's just unbelievable. So one of the things that I want to bring up, I can't remember if we said this. You keep saying we. I'm not doing any of these predictions, folks. I don't know why I'm trying to act like I am. You had mentioned somewhere along the line, whether it was last year or when in our conversations this year, a lot of notable deaths, like celebrity deaths. Where did that slot in? Because it's been quite a bit over the last. This year has been pretty crazy. Actually,
it was going to be the predictions. Last year's predictions for 2025. Because we were in a 9-year cycle.
Got it.
Yeah. So as you can see, there's been a lot of celebrity deaths.
There has been, and
Well,
it's
deaths, period. There's been a
yeah.
period, a bunch of deaths this year.
Yeah, it is always it is always something. I'm glad you bring that up, because there is always something about that where it's like we focus on those notable deaths, but there are people all the time. I mean, and there's been a lot of suffering this year. So yeah, no,
Yeah,
good to bring it up.
it
Now,
was a challenging year for sure.
yeah, absolutely. So how is Ohio going to do this year? I mean, last year it was kind of crazy for Ohio. How what's the global view this year?
Well, there is some places I am concerned with. So I'm just going to go over that with you really, really quick.
Please
Or
do.
a few things I'm concerned with. With the combination of the universal 1 year and year the fire horse and Jupiter entering Leo late June 2026, I am concerned with fires. I predict we will have multiple unexpected fires, whether these are natural disasters or someone just does them, or whatever the case may be. But 2026 will be the year of fire. Like last year, when they said we were going to deal with a lot of water, and I mean, we've had, unfortunately, so many floods this year. We will have issues with fires, smokes, extreme heat waves, possibly something to do with maybe like bad wiring as well. With the number 1 also representing aggression, masculinity, stubbornness, there will be a lot of machismo energy this year, which can lead to violence, arguments, and fights. I predict that there will be countries at odds with each other more than they already are, and possibly talks of war. Now, this does not necessarily mean we will have war, but they could be, like threatening each other, or, those type of things. Now, there will be a lot of vehicle accidents this year. So please watch your driving. Many of these accidents will be caused by drunk drivers. So again, watch your drinking this year as well, and road rage. So this is not the year to entertain any type of road rage. I understand that, you may get upset when someone cuts you off or flips you the bird. Please, just not 2026. Just let it go. Just let it go, because it could turn into something violent. So please, this year, just whatever.
Save up that rage for 2027 is basically what
right.
Yeah.
I do want to tell people to try to manage their stress levels. In 2026, people could be having unexpected heart issues. If you already do, be very vigilant with your health this coming year. There could possibly be issues with rats, mice this year, so keep your distance if possible. And with all this fiery energy, I expect people to be very dramatic this year, doing things for the plot, going after what they want, breaking out of their comfort zones. But here's where's the meat and potatoes kind of thing of it. I am concerned with New Zealand, Australia, Israel, New York City, Arizona, Colorado, Indiana, Kentucky, Nevada, and New Jersey. There could be facing challenges of any kind in 2026. This could be natural disasters, violence, extreme climate events, riots, possibly fires, economical issues, or some sort of tragedies.
Wow.
So Honda, the vehicles, Honda, Aston Martin, the fashion brands Under Armour, Puma, Bitcoin, and crypto could be facing significant challenges. There could be crashes, or possibly even going out of business. So those are some of my bigger concerns for 2026.
Those are very specific companies that you have that you've noted there. It's very interesting. Very interesting. The one thing that I find very interesting also about all this is how, this all does seem to play into being the year of the fire horse with everything you just said in the last segment, that it's all of these, that things are moving quickly. And I could see when you're talking about that there's talks of war doesn't mean that there are wars. We're not trying to say that, but I mean how there, when you're doing that sort of thing, it seems to be a lot of quick succession of like ramping up, so to speak, and I just, that just seems to make a lot of sense with that. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's is there anything, I mean, because you said that these are things that concern you.
Yes.
Does anything scare, I mean, does anything like jump out of like, oh my gosh, that's scary stuff, actually, where it's just, I'm not saying like, Nostradamus sort of stuff, but
yeah,
just like, oh, this is really something that I don't like. I don't like what I'm feeling about this at all.
You know what? Yes, right before COVID, and that video is still on my YouTube somewhere. I remember it was around Aquarius season, our people, and I was talking about something to do with Aquarius. I don't know, but I kept hearing that song, "We Are the World," for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I was hearing it. I was trying to make myself stop. And I said, I feel like there's going to be something to do. And truth be told, I didn't know what it was, but I knew it was going to be something global, and it was going to be something kind of scary. In fact, I kind of thought maybe it is a kind of war thing. I don't know, because, sometimes you may not know everything, but I kept feeling like it was something to do with countries coming together. There was going to be like, something big that's going to affect all of us globally. And I kind of mentioned something like that. And then March hit, and COVID happened.
Yeah. Yeah. And it I don't know, to me, it did bring the world together, in the sense that we're all inside and we're all trying to make sense of what was going on.
It was kind of like a team effort, even though we had to isolate each other, but we all had to work on something together. So, but again, truth be told, I wasn't exactly sure, but I know I was scared because I knew it was going to be a global situation. It was going to affect all of us one way or another.
Absolutely. Dan, in the comments, he mentioned, he says, I'm in so much trouble because of the road rage and the heart issues. It's we might not be seeing Dan in 2027.
No. No, but really, I mean, because of all this fiery energy, again, people are going to be getting kind of heated and losing their temper, and stress comes along with that. So again, if you do have already heart issues, please try to take your health serious this year. Try not to get, don't let things upset you that much. I understand sometimes it's hard. But again, if you already have heart issues, be careful. And for those who don't, again, there could be a possibility of people getting unexpected heart issues out of nowhere. Now, I don't see this being like a global thing, like a pandemic, something where with your heart or something like that. But I do see, people starting to have some sort of heart issue, like sporadically or something like that.
Well, and it seems to me, and this is not a comment on any one type of person, and please know this, folks, but it seems to me that there's a sort of a general feel that people can go from being annoyed by something to sheer anger and sheer just absolute, like just not even recognizable as human beings, like in seconds. Like it feels like that the way that we are responding to stuff around us is a very like short fuse, it feels like to me. So
and we're already starting to see previews of this with certain things happening. So towards the end of the year, guys, we start seeing previews of what's to come. So we spoke about like possible tsunami issues, and we've been hearing that lately. For the 2025, we, the whole violence thing, we've been seeing that, I just think that, well, look, every number has its pros and cons. When you're vibrating at a high level, you're vibrating at a low level, it depends. But the number one, again, it's masculine energy. It can be aggression. It can be territorial. It could be stubborn. It can also be a bunch of other great things. But not all of us are vibrating at a high level. So the fuses can just go off. So again, this is why I'm concerned for road rage. I'm concerned for, violence, those type of things. 2026.
Does this really is this a really good way of showing people, if they do not believe, that how linked we are to the earth? It sounds like that it's not just the humans on the earth that are going to be having these possible moments of like, we just really need to be careful, because we see that the earth is constantly having these natural changes and these moments, like you mentioned tsunami, you mentioning fire, talking about water last year. I mean, does that show a direct link between cause and effect between the planet Earth and the people who reside on it?
I mean, I think so. Obviously, we're doing something wrong. We've been doing something wrong this whole time we've been here.
We never got the hang of the planet. Is that what you're saying?
No, yeah. The planet hates us.
Get off.
I don't blame it one bit.
Yeah,
we've done too much. We've done way too much.
Well, and presumably, I mean, that we've done way too much has been really in such a short period of time in the overall history of the earth. I mean, we're probably looking at mid 1800s when, you start pumping, coal fuel into the atmosphere for like chimneys and stuff like that, to present day. It doesn't take long to ruin stuff, is it? I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's just absolutely
and humans have a tendency to want to destroy things. So here we are.
Yeah, here we are indeed, and it's very interesting. Now, before we go off to our next break, I'm not quite sure what this person is actually asking for. Pseudo name, what paranormal predictions do you have? I mean, I would love to know more what that question means personally, because to me, it's like, well, there will be more ghosts next year. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm curious if if I'm not trying to make fun of you. I'm just wanting to know if you have, if you have more to that question that you could share with us. So maybe Moon Girl could give us an answer to that.
I didn't make any per se paranormal predictions. I was looking at, big global things, but something that could, I guess, fit to what you're saying. The AI, the technology is going to, take off even further this coming year. So there could be, more gadgets and stuff like that can maybe, connect you better with the paranormal side. I mean, if you want to go there, but I really didn't make paranormal predictions for 2026.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting, and I mean even just the whole aspect of AI. It's wondering, and I had author Joe Prozit on last night. We talked about AI, and that's the thing about it as well. It's like the idea of believing what we are seeing, and what role is that going to play in us misunderstanding what's happening in front of us? And does that also eventually, those misunderstandings cause huge amounts of problems? Yeah, I mean, that's just it. Now, pseudonym also just came back. What about some big picture issues? Well, I mean, we talked about fire, we talked about states. I mean, it's
vehicles.
What did you say?
Vehicles. Spoke about vehicles.
Yeah, no, I don't know. It's all very interesting. What I want to do, why don't we go ahead and because I want to get a break in here again. So let's go ahead and take our next break. When we come back, we're going to continue this conversation, and from there we'll go Now, if you're talking about big issues like specific ones, there's some stuff I just don't talk about on this show, and I don't think Moon Girl wants to talk about either. So just keep that in mind. But put in your questions. We'll see what happens. You're listening to Ghostbox Radio on AM 950. Greg Bakken here. 'Tis the season. Instead of cramming into the family car to hunt for holiday lights, let Minneapolis Trolley Tours do the driving. Join us for the enchanting Merry and Bright Christmas Light Tour, where we glide through a winter wonderland filled with twinkling lights, festive decor, and plenty of holiday cheer. This uplifting experience wraps you into the holiday magic from the comfort of a cozy, festively decorated, climate-controlled trolley. You'll enjoy dazzling light displays, scenic routes only our trolleys can access, and live narration, never pre-recorded, that brings the sights to life. There are multiple photo stops perfect for holiday cards and memory making with the family and friends. Before or after the tour, browse the holiday market inside the historic Pillsbury Club, featuring handcrafted gifts, artisan goods, and locally made treasures. The perfect place to find something special for everyone on your list. Tours depart from the Pillsbury Club. Visit MinneapolisTrolleyTours.com for tickets. Have you ever met someone who not only can help you on a deep spiritual level, but also potentially change your life? Refined Divine is an extremely gifted psychic medium who travels the nation and lives right here in the Midwest. And she offers mediumship, mentorship, house and business parties, energy healing, palm readings, and so much more. Refined Divine has helped thousands, and she can help you.
Hi, this is Psychic Medium Deb. I cannot wait to hear from you. You can go to refineddivinepsychic.com.
Greg Bakken here. I've told you about the out-of-the-world roast beef sandwiches at Maverick's Real Roast Beef, but I haven't told you about their Philly steak sandwiches, turkey bacon avocado sandwich, BLT, crispy chicken, fish sandwiches, brisket, or pulled pork. Okay, you get the idea. They make a lot of delicious food to the same standard as their famous roast beef sandwiches, and now I'm starving. I'm going to go to Maverick's Real Roast Beef off Lexington and Roseville, and you need to go too. Check out their menu at mavericksbeef.com. Greg Bakken here. It's nice to get out of the Twin Cities and take some travel excursion to some great locations. Minnesota has so much to offer, which is why I love traveling down to Wabasha and staying at the historic Anderson House Hotel. Opened in 1856, this beautiful hotel offers comfortable accommodations, has a delicious restaurant, and even a speakeasy in the basement to unwind with a drink. Located next to the Mississippi River and on Main Street, there is a lot of sightseeing and shopping to do too. To get more information, go to theandersonhousehotel.com. And join me tomorrow on Ghostbox Radio with Greg Bakken. We will have on psychic medium Refined Divine, as she will be joining us for our bi-weekly one-question reading sessions. Always a lot of fun, always very enjoyable, and it's always good to catch up with Deb and her husband Dave. That will be tomorrow. Thursday, we're going to do a replay. We're going to have Joe Frankie on from a conversation we had back in June of 2024, talking about his time investigating with Ed and Lorraine Warren. And then, of course, Friday is going to be Casual Friday. Amongst the conversations we're going to continue talking about Jason Hawes, with the Conjuring House, but also something new that we're going to be talking about here, very local, very unexpected, is Dave Schrader buying the Palmer House. We're going to talk about that as well on Friday. Let's see here. Our guest tonight is, of course, Moon Girl, Mistress of the Paranormal. We are talking 2026 predictions, which is pretty crazy. You know, it's pretty good. Now, Carol in the comments says, sorry, missed the first part, came in late. So is there any good news for the new year? It all sounds like we are doomed. And you know, we did keep the positive at the beginning. And I think, Moon Girl, I think the one thing that I love about, if you're under the correct sign, well, really for everybody is that this is the opportunity. This is the time to kind of go after some of the stuff that you always wanted to do.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we are in a 1-year cycle. So this is a year of creativity and take action. And you're really going to feel that little fire under your butt to go after, whatever it is that your aspirations and dreams and goals. So, I mean, there is good, but as a psychic, I want to also give you the good with the bad, so we could try to, be aware and spread some knowledge. But yeah, there's great things coming too. Again, if you are born under the rat sign, unfortunately, this is your enemy year. We all take a turn. I would just encourage them not to do anything that could, get them in trouble, or and to take care of their health. Don't do anything that's kind of risky. This would not be the year to do it. And then their friends, which are the dragon and monkey. I mean, they could have a little bit of hiccups here and there, but I don't expect anything wild, or anything as bad as, what the rat might experience. And the ox is, the only real true soulmate of a rat. Now, I don't necessarily mean a spouse. This could just be any type of, the ox always protects the rat. So they could also be having an iffy year. And then next year, 2027, will be the ox's enemy year. So oxes, I'm sorry to tell you, but you might have a rough 2026 and 2027. And then after that, it's going to be 2028, which will be the enemy year of Greg, the tiger. So you see, we all get a turn, and we all have one enemy, and we all have two friends. And when it's even though if it's not your sign, if it's your friend's sign, you can still kind of rub that good energy, and you should probably have a positive year as well. Now, no year is perfect. Even when it's your year, nothing is ever really perfect. But you will definitely have a much better year than the rest of the zodiac signs. Now, when it's your enemy year, is it possible for you to have some wins? Yes. However, there will be repercussions. Example, say that it's your enemy year and you open up a business and you do great. Perhaps next year you might go bankruptcy, or, there could be issues with, your business of some kind. So again, we all get a turn and we all get a hit. So that's just how the cookie crumbles. And anything that's anything that was founded in the year of the rat, 2026, might take little hits. There could be things that happened. So a bunch of these places I am concerned are founded in the year of the rat.
It's that's, as you say, how the spiritual cookie crumbles.
Unfortunately.
I just thought to myself, I know I'm not the year of the rat, but I also know that regardless of your warning, if year of the rat, maybe don't get married. I don't care. I'm not getting married no matter what year I am. So that's
Me
all.
neither.
Like, I know better. I've been there before. I know better. So people who must listen to this show on a regular basis must think I am just like Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh. I'm always so down and negative over here, especially when it comes to that sort of thing. I don't know. Let's see. Carol says, thank you. I'm January 13th. I believe in being positive no matter what, so appreciate your honesty. It sounds like positivity doesn't even help in these situations. Like, or am I misunderstanding that one? I don't know. I mean, honestly, I think about that. Like, well, can I still stay positive? And does that make any difference if I'm in an enemy year?
I mean, it's always great to stay positive, but we also have to have common sense. If it's your enemy year, no matter how positive you are, you should not do anything that could be risky that year, because it may blow up in your face. It may not work out. So.
So Carol, note for the positivity, get that away. Don't do that. And just see what
she can still be positive, but just have common sense that there could be things that you shouldn't do in your enemy sign. Again,
I want to ask this, okay? And this is something, and you know me very well. You know that I believe all this stuff. I am not a skeptic when it comes to this stuff. But do you think that there's a certain, like, if someone says to you at the beginning of the year, this is your year of the enemy, there's going to be people who are going to, I feel like that they're going to project stuff negatively happening because they've been told you're not going to have a good year, and they're going to build on that. Do you think that's possible?
Absolutely. I mean, it's all the power of the mind. If you're thinking negatively, like that, oh my God, I'm doomed, I'm doomed. But that's not the message I'm trying to get across. I'm
No.
just trying to, warn people that this may not be necessarily the year to, invest or have children. The worst thing you can do is have children in your enemy sign, because it could clash, or there could be health issues. I mean, it would be horrible if you got married in your enemy sign, but there's always divorce. But a child's forever. There's some things I just wouldn't do and wouldn't wish that on other people, because I know they will be having, a lot of problems down the line.
I need to see, and I'll take a look after the show. What, because I mean, I know what year I got married in. I think I actually know this already, because I'm just curious to see. I need to figure out who my enemies are, and then what year I was married, and see if that was all kind of part of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that didn't work out all that great.
And also the day, if you want to go numerology wise, also the day you got married. I mean, if you got married on the 7th day, that's, more than likely people get divorced, because 7, yes, it may be the number of the genius, but it's also a loner number, So, yeah. And people who want to get married just for, look, a little tip for gold diggers, male and female. Y'all just care about money, not love, then get married on the 28th. There's going to be issues within the marriage, but you'll get your money. It all depends. You want true love, you want a good spouse, a homebody, a good mother, a good father, get married on the 6th. Or have a spouse that is, a 6 life path. Those type of things. I mean, everything connects somehow.
Absolutely. And and I think I get what you're also meaning with the enemy year, of like, if there's certain things that you want to do, kind of what you're asking is like, really think about it. Really think about, is this, knowing what knowing that you're in an enemy year, like your year is an enemy year, that you need to think about, like, do I really want to do something this way? And so, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just trying to be smart about things, basically.
Yeah. I mean, some people, you're trying to be smart about your finances. We know, it's almost like the same thing. You're just trying to be smart in life. If you already have a warning not to do something, why would you risk it?
Now,
I mean, I'm just saying.
Dan in the comments says, he said, Greg, I just looked it up, and Moon Girl is my ally. Well, you are my enemy. Now I know why you hate me. I don't hate you. Just because I say I hate you doesn't mean I do. I mean, come on. No, I don't. Dan's been a good friend for, oh my gosh, over 30 years. Unbelievable. And he's much, much, much older than I am. Anyway, so
but
no.
I do want to say something about enemy signs.
Yeah.
Now, it doesn't necessarily mean, oh my God, you guys are going to hate each other and kill each other or whatever. I mean, it probably won't work out in marriages, I'll tell you that much. Hey, yo. But, say you have a friend that is your enemy sign. Maybe you guys have disagreements, or maybe somebody screws somebody over later down the line, or, something like that. It doesn't have to be some crazy thing where they, kill you or something like that. But, I mean, obviously, it would not be ideal to marry anyone who's your enemy sign, or have children in your enemy sign, or do anything risky in your enemy sign year. So yeah,
it's so interesting. And you are probably just like a lot of my other friends, like Shar, who I have on the show, and other people who you kind of dissect. You must dissect what people do when something happens, and you're just kind of like, oh, they did this because they're in this sign, like you kind of dissect the interaction, or you dissect the activity or whatever those people do, and not to them, but to yourself. You're just kind of like, I think I understand why these people did what they just did.
Yeah, I will look at it in several ways. One, I will look at your numerology, if I know it. I will look at your Chinese zodiac. I will look at I would look at Western astrology and see, what house their sign falls under my chart. If it's in the 12th house, that could be like hidden enemies. So say you have Gemini in your 12th house. you could also look, that would be like someone who gossips about you, you know, or say you have Cancer in your 12th house. This could be somebody who, tries to emotionally manipulate you. Again, but it's not just that. I mean, the 12th house is the unknown, mental health, spirituality, but, it all depends on what we're looking for in your chart and whether you're looking at it in Chinese astrology, Western astrology, numerology. So everything kind of, you have to look at it all as a full circle. This is why I like doing different divinations, because I put it all together and you get more detail.
You are so gifted in this. I just want to say that I really appreciate everything you said. Now, did you, within the predictions, do you have any predictions that you're going to make it up to the Midwest and we can do an event together or something?
I am dying to. We need to call Shelly, see if we can work something out. I've been wanting to do an investigation with you for years now, since we became friends in Vegas. So I think it's long. Hopefully we can make that happen. 2026. Shelly, hurry up. No.
It was met in Vegas at one of the worst paranormal conventions.
Oh God.
But anyway.
With the worst people.
With the worst people. Absolutely. Thankfully, some of them just don't exist in our lives anymore, right? So you got that going for you. Okay.
They must have been our enemy signs. Nah.
Yeah, right. No kidding. True enemies. As we're running out of time here, once again, folks, visit Moon Girl over at the Clapper, apparently, and also Instagram and Facebook. And then we got to get you back on. Why don't we get you back on sometime early 2026 and talk about some other stuff? If you're
anytime, of course.
Moon Girl, Mistress of the Paranormal, 2026 predictions. Please follow her on all of her social media. That's a great way to get the rest of the predictions. Oh, we did a pretty good job tonight with it, and see what else she does. She is truly amazing. Moon Girl, thank you so much for joining us. All righty. We'll be back tomorrow with Deb doing one question readings. Everyone, have a great night.